Assalamu alaikum, all audience and those who are virtual. Inshallah, you're well. It's Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. I'm overwhelmed to be amongst you. Have been at World Federation conferences and excos earlier during my younger days. And apologies for my horsey voice. I still haven't fully recovered from the long COVID. Before that, I'll say thank you to one and all who have prayed for me while I was the first Hoja to be in intubation and ventilator. Your duas have brought me back to life. And for that reason, I see my being here as a different way how I look at life. So when I speak to you tonight about WF aid, I hope that will also trigger, and you will be the megaphone for us. Because World Federation aid doesn't just work from World Federation. The aid, the propagation comes from grassroots. Again, thank you, Mr. President, and thank you, the office bearers, for facilitating. And I could not do, or we could not do singularly. It comes as a collective, and here, if I may take to ask my team members, Brother Mustafa Hemani, Mehdi Abbas Jumma, and Asad Bhai Virani, to please stand up for a minute or a few seconds. As Brother Arif Ali said, we are going through transformation, finding new talents, or finding experience, or beauty for that matter. You see, I consider myself, I was chosen because of my looks. Anyways, so I've got Brother Mustafa Hemani, who works for the Pakistan region through us. Mehdi Abbas Jumma, who was an intern 4 years ago, and he has come to an operation managerial position. It just shows from within we have the talent. And Asad Bhai Virani needs no introduction. He's been with us for over 10 years or so. Having said that, all I'll say is that maybe tonight I will not be able to answer a few of your questions. I will reach out to you. Having said that, I'm very happy and proud to have Mahmoud Dalla now, who was still learning. He was my mentor until last week. Now all of a sudden, he is at the steer for us as a World Federation counselor. So that is to put the picture, because I heard earlier this morning, I was told that 70 counselors are new. So I thought I better put a preamble on it so people understand how it is. Having said that, I'm still learning the ropes, so there are a few things I have still to master. Okay, I will just very briefly, what I'm going to say is just I've extracted into these few PowerPoints. If you get time today or tomorrow, go through the little report. First, my managers were so keen, they made a 72-page document, and we had to redact it, about 16, 17 pages. So you can imagine there's so much World Federation aid does. I call it a monster amongst the World Federation. They just said that the flagship of World Federation is MCE. And I say the flagship of World Federation aid is Ali Asghar Water Appeal and Ramadan Relief. Okay, very briefly, today is just a few numbers. I'm sorry, what I call is a graveyard session. You're all tired. So I thought I will make it a bit humorous now and again. You can see on the screen. So food aid has been one of the most important part for us. And alhamdulillah, we are going to different heights or higher heights. We have reached 28 countries for this Ramadan, which was fantastic. The figures, all they are in excess of what we had achieved 2020. So our food aid is comprised into 3 sections. The food aid during Ramadan, then we have the fidya, fitra, and kafara, and the qurbani. So this is how it is. However, this time we were blessed because I believe about 5 weeks ago, my president sent me a message early morning. Gulammehdi, look at Kenya drought. Okay? We have to do something. We have to send something. A text came early morning. And then we looked at it and we knew that Kenya was experiencing severe drought. Talked to our vice president, and alhamdulillah, with our benevolent philanthropist, and one of them is Mohsin and Fauzia Jafar Foundation, they came up with substantial money, $120,000. which was massive for that need time, and we managed through CHEPS. As I said, we're working with various agencies. So CHEPS helped us, and I will just say that I was in Africa or Kenya just about 3 weeks ago, and I went with them to do this food distribution. When you say 4,000 households and 44 villages, it's a big number. People who were self-sufficient, who had farms, who had livestock, who had everything, had nothing. And when I saw yesterday's picture that says we went through crisis in Yemen, crisis in Uganda, crisis in Somalia, but we are okay. Those people are not. When I say that, I hope that there will be something for us to put up our efforts more for these unfortunate people. Okay, I'll just quickly go through because I know time is. Emergency aid. Okay, this comes anytime. I remember my marhum papa when we had a small shop. Ike બે વસ્તુ બીમારી ને વેપાર ક્યારે આવે ક્યારે જાય કોઈને ખબર નથી. So same thing as emergencies. I'll just talk you through what we have done in the last 4-5 months. Afghanistan, as we all know, is going through massive difficulty. And with these climate conditions, the COP26 in Glasgow, yesterday I was saying that Madagascar, we've got brothers from Madagascar here, and it's so dire, okay? So in Afghanistan, they have poor harvest, there is this turmoil, change of political issues. So we have partnered with quite big partners who have strong boots on the ground. And we were recommended by Brother Abbas Ali and by our President Saab to look, because all the small NGOs were moving out. They were not allowed to work for whatever reason. So we partnered with International Rescue Committee, and we have also given funds there, and we have directed them where we would like the funds to be used. And with good results, they are helping the Hazara communities, etc. Similarly, political turmoil in Gaza, same thing. In Yemen, we have worked, all that is being done there is in our report. Kindly take some time and look at it. We try to make it as readable, as friendly as possible. Health emergencies. We talked with our other partners. Comfort aid. Okay, I'll quickly move on. This is just to show what WF8 does. Ali Asghar water pill. Before I forget, in your packages we have given you this, and our mantra is Awa, every drop counts. Ali Asghar water pill is Awa. So please have this in your. Again, there are projects there, the report is there, and for once now we have gone big to work with companies or organizations in all of these countries. And the water well has been constant, and within this year we've exceeded by 42%. When we're still in end of November or now in December. This report was written as of end of October. So it just shows that we are. Something very small to say, I don't know if they can zoom. This boy, Khalid, was about 2.5, 3 years old. Well, now this one on the right is in Chakama. He had not had drinking water for 3 days. One more day, and believe you, I was reading the statistics of body surface and dehydration, he would have gone. They can't zoom, but if you go into your reports and zoom this picture, you'll see his eyes were just really going up. So we have that. Now that's on the right, he had water. On the left, I was in Kigoma with Brother Sheni, or we call him Mohsen Lalji. We went to see quite a few centers, and these are people or children. Can we just put ourselves, would we allow our children to be there? I know we are limited with funds, limited with human resources. Sorry, Ali Fari, I'll rush a bit. It's so passionate that when I was in ventilator, when they brought me back to life, for 4 days, the water was there, I couldn't drink. Today, they want to drink and there is no water. Have that in your palate, okay. Okay, health, education, microfinance. Again, it's in the reports, so I would not go there. Again, we at World Federation Aid have helped wherever we could. Temeke, Madavel, Iraq Eye Clinic, Al Fatimiyya Hospital, many orphanages, etc. So I'm just rushing it through for time. Now, this is our live appeal. As I said, appeal, we get appeals from grassroots, and from big donors. Again, when this issue started in 15th August, when Taliban took over, many Afghanis started running away. I'll track back, it was in July we talked with Al Ain, and they said in Afghanistan in July, it was so cold, 38 children or young people died of hypothermia. And immediately we told our president, we have a blanket drive, so we're going. And inshallah, we hope to break the record of blanket appeal supplies. We are in the process. We'll give you the numbers if you want. So the winter appeal, we've already gone. Nepal, Gaza, Pakistan, and we are on the process. And we are very thankful to Team India and Team Pakistan. We just got this funding barely 2 weeks ago, 2.5 weeks ago. And we have dispensed quite a lot of money, and lots of quilts and blankets are already reaching. And as a last line, this just shows this has reached again here, 15th August, when the refugees were coming to Quetta, we needed urgent funding. We did not have even a pot. Again, we had, with the help of Mohsin and Fauzia Jafar Foundation, they gave us money. So immediately we could send blankets to the borders in Quetta. And this you see as Bangladesh, the distribution has begun. Having said that, there's so much I could say, but I know we're all tired, and maybe I'm always available here. I'll be available tomorrow. Any questions, whether you want it now or later, I'm free. With that, I'll say thank you. And the motto, we exist to serve, is still there. The motto, we exist to serve, is still there. And I will say apologies if with I'm in my 6th month. So they've not really told me that I can still stay. So if you vote for me that I'm a good person, I've got another 3 days before they sign me out. So I'm still in my 6th month here, and I've traveled to Tanzania and Kenya, and went to very many. I went to Nakuru, went to Lamu, Malindi, Mombasa, Kigoma, Arusha, Zanzibar, Pemba. So that report will come maybe in the next EXCO meeting, inshallah. I hope with that I can say thank you very much for your patience, for listening to me. And please pray for each other and for us. And we achieve what we want to achieve in these sessions, inshallah. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Ahsan.